6'10", can shoot the ball, can handle the ball, can pass, can get to the rim, and oh, he's no slouch defensively either. That is a description of Nikola Jovic, and at just 22 years old, there is a serious amount of untapped potential that the Miami Heat have on their hands, and no one's really talking about it.
Tiger, Jovic, lobbing for where slam! Jovic, between the legs, checks the shot clock, down the alley.
Just look at him here. Jovic gets the handoff from Bam. With McDaniels on his back, just look at that slight hesitation to freeze McDaniels, and then with Gobert at the rim, he shows him the ball before gliding past him, and that's the length that you just can't teach. Or here, this time with the big-bodied Dylan Jones in front of him, Nico crosses one way, back the other way, and then watch him just bulldoze his way through Jones, yet still having the balance to finish at speed. Let me remind you guys, 6'10". It's not just the ability to handle the ball or go between the legs or do something flashy, it's the ability to slow down, to use his physicality, to use his change of speed to beat bigger defenders or bully smaller defenders that makes Nico special. And it's not as though he's just some tall forward with a handle that can make a few plays, he can shoot as well. After struggling to shoot his first year in the league, over his last 2 seasons, he has shot 38% from 3 on 4 attempts per game. Those might not be Steph Curry numbers, but that level of shooting is more than enough to provide spacing for his team and to also open up the game for himself. Just like here, as he gets the ball in the middle of the floor, he kicks it to Highsmith, who kicks it to Hero, and in the meantime, Nico is relocating to the corner for the 3. Or this time where he gets the handoff from Bam, and with Wraith in front of him, he just casually crosses left before pulling for the 3. And I think with Nico, the reason there is so much untapped potential isn't just because he's 6'10" with the ability to handle, play make, shoot the ball, and defend, although when you put it like that, yes, that is why he has so much potential, but it's also because he's only played 107 games so far in his NBA career. 123 if you include the playoffs. That is exactly 1 season and a half of basketball. And whilst age and experience is important, I don't think there's anything more important than actual playing time and repetitions at the NBA level. And with a combination of injuries and a lack of trust in the first season from Eric Spoelstra, he just hasn't had the playing time that other players entering year 4 have had, which is why I think he could have even more growth this year with consistent playing time. And if you're wondering whether he's committed to improving his game going into next year, this is what he said. I've been training individually for a long time now. The season ended pretty early for Miami. We did make the playoffs, which was really important to us, but I've been here since May 1st. Only took a 7-day break. And the great thing about being an international basketball player is you don't have to wait all the way until the next NBA season starts to gain more experience. Because despite Serbia having a disappointing Eurobasket following a shock upset to Finland, one player who did not disappoint was Nikola Jovic, because on a team full of international vets, he was clearly the second best player for Serbia. And this is a great sign, considering he went from playing a small role for Serbia at last year's Olympics, averaging 7 points in 16 minutes a game, to nearly doubling those numbers and playing 26 minutes a night. Not to mention having his best performance of the tournament in their biggest game. And to put it simply, he was doing everything we've seen him do at the NBA level, but just looking better than before, particularly doing some great work in transition. Watch here as Jokic gets the ball. He throws it ahead to Jovic, but the rest is all on Nico, as he gathers it in stride, only takes one dribble before recognizing the Estonian defender looking for a charge, so he steps to the left to avoid that, drawing the contact instead and flipping it in. Or look at this time as he grabs the rebound. He pushes the pace, finding Bogdanovic, who takes his defender off the dribble, but watch Nico continue pushing all the way for the easy bucket under the rim. When you are young, and particularly playing for a coach like Eric Spoelstra or a team like Miami, being talented isn't enough. You have to have avenues to score and impact the game consistently. And at his size, with his ability to get out in transition, that's what makes him productive. His ability as a cutter, a spot-up shooter, all of this was on display for Serbia when they needed him most. And his efficiency during the tournament was nothing short of insane. Shooting 60% from the field, 50% from three, and shooting 92% from the line as well. And this is what I really like about Nico's game, and why I think his floor is high. He already has great avenues to impacting the game efficiently. He can get to the rim using his size, he can spot up and shoot, he can get out in transition, and like I said, he can do the other things that will keep him on the floor as well, like defending and like playmaking. And I think when you look at Nico, I'd like to see him continue to add to his strengths. Whilst it would be nice to see him at a mid-range, which I think he can do, given his touch from the free throw line and from beyond the arc, I want to see him get even stronger, even more physical, get to the line more often, get to the rim more often, because he has the potential to be an incredible downhill scorer with his frame and his ability. And it's not just the size, but it's that size combined with that handle. I think of a guy like Franz Wagner, who gets to wherever he wants on the floor, whenever he wants. Nico should be studying his game and how he uses his size and his change of speed to do that, because he has it in him. And it's a play like this that reminds me of something Franz Wagner would do. As he drives at Shepherd, look at Nico absorb those bumps and the ability to slide around Shepherd and then finish with the outside of his right hand. But it's not solely about scoring when it comes to Nikola Jovic. I mean, you don't play for Eric Spoelstra if you can't defend at all, aside from maybe Duncan Robinson, but everyone else has to defend, and Jovic is no exception, because those same athletic traits on offense, you don't see it maybe as regularly on defense, but he is committed, he is capable of moving his feet, he gets in the passing lanes, he is smart enough, he is a big enough body. The only question mark you would have is his role, because he's not quite quick enough or small enough to chase players around screens at the point of attack, but he's also not really a secondary rim protector, which leaves him in a bit of an in-between position. But I think he does enough as a team defender and does enough with his size to make up for it. And this is without even mentioning the playmaking. This is probably the most unique part of Jovic's game. I mean, how about a 4-5 pick and roll with Bam setting the screen? Sohan slides over to Nico, and it's a perfect delivery to Bam. Or this one, which is even more creative, where Jovic is the screener for Hero, and with Hero drawing two, Allen steps up, and again, look at the quick and timely delivery. And that is the advantage of having that threat as a driver. The defense is going to step up onto you or slide over, and it'll open up the passing lanes for bigs, or even if he gets all the way to the rim, for shooters, which we saw during the season. Now, if you made it all the way to the end of the video and want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Dropping a like on the video would be cool. Have a great day.